tokenized stock trading volume reached a single-day record of $3.57 billion, marking the largest daily turnover ever recorded for blockchain-based equity products. This milestone was tracked by RWA.xyz, a real-world asset data aggregator, and reflects a surge in activity across platforms that allow traders to buy and sell tokenized versions of publicly listed equities. Tokenized stocks are blockchain-native representations of traditional shares, enabling 24/7 trading, fractional ownership, and settlement without conventional brokerage infrastructure. The record was logged across tokenized equity products, including popular index tracking instruments like tokenized versions of the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, VOO. The figure eclipses prior daily totals for the sector, which has historically operated at a fraction of traditional equity market volumes. This single-day record signals a sharp increase in demand for on-chain exposure to traditional stocks. The milestone suggests that either the number of participants, the average trade size, or both expanded significantly in a short period. For a market segment still considered niche relative to traditional equities, crossing the $3.57 billion threshold in 24 hours suggests that institutional or high-volume retail interest may be growing. The distinction between volume growth and lasting adoption matters here. A single session of elevated trading can reflect event-driven speculation, portfolio rebalancing around macro announcements, or temporary arbitrage opportunities rather than a structural shift in how investors access equities. The mechanism of tokenized stock trading allows for seamless settlement and fractional ownership, making it attractive to a broader range of investors. Unlike traditional stock markets, which operate within set hours and require brokerage infrastructure, tokenized stocks can be traded continuously and settled instantly on the blockchain. This removes friction from the trading process and opens up access to a wider audience. The ability to trade tokenized. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Versions of popular equities and ETFs like VOO means that investors can now gain exposure to traditional assets with the added benefits of blockchain technology. The significance of this record lies in the potential it signals for blockchain-based equity markets. If tokenized stocks can achieve such high trading volumes in a single day, it suggests that the market is maturing and gaining traction among traders. This could indicate a growing acceptance of blockchain infrastructure for asset settlement and a shift in investor preferences toward more flexible and accessible trading platforms. However, it is important to note that a single-day record does not necessarily equate to sustained adoption. The next signal to watch will be whether this volume can be maintained over multiple days and whether it translates into broader market participation. One of the key factors to consider is the composition of the trades. Without granular data on the distribution of the $3.57 billion volume, it is unclear whether the activity was concentrated in a few tokenized assets or spread broadly across the market. If the volume was concentrated in a few high-profile tokenized equities, it could indicate a temporary surge in interest around specific assets or events. On the other hand, if the volume was spread across a wide range of tokenized stocks, it could suggest a more generalized shift in investor behavior and market adoption. The role of platforms like RWA.xyz in tracking and aggregating data on tokenized stock trading is also significant. As a real-world asset data aggregator, RWA.xyz provides transparency and insight into the growing blockchain-based equity market. By tracking daily trading volumes and other metrics, the platform helps investors and analysts gauge the health and trajectory of the tokenized stock market. This data is crucial for understanding the market's potential and identifying trends that may influence future trading activity. The implications of this record for the broader blockchain and financial markets are still unfolding. If tokenized stocks continue to gain traction, they could challenge traditional brokerage models and disrupt the way investors access and trade equities. The ability to trade tokenized stocks 24/7 and settle transactions instantly could attract a new wave of investors who are looking for more efficient and accessible trading options. Additionally, the fractional ownership model offered by tokenized stocks could make traditional equities more accessible to a wider range of investors, including those with limited capital. However, there are still uncertainties surrounding the tokenized stock market. The current record is a single-day event, and it remains to be seen whether this level of activity can be sustained over the long term. The market. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Is still in its early stages, and factors such as regulatory developments, market volatility, and investor sentiment can all impact the growth and adoption of tokenized stocks. As such, investors and traders should approach the market with caution and continue to monitor developments closely. The next signal to watch is whether the tokenized stock market can maintain its momentum and continue to attract new participants. If the $3.57 billion trading volume is followed by consistent growth in daily trading activity, it could indicate a broader shift in investor behavior and market adoption. Conversely, if the volume drops back to previous levels, it may suggest that the record was a one-off event driven by specific market conditions or investor activity. Either way, the record serves as a significant milestone in the evolution of blockchain-based equity markets and highlights the growing interest in on-chain trading solutions.